Welcome back to Playing with Knives. We believe in this food channel that love is another food language. So, we are excited today to kind of show you this recipe. This is going to be a strawberry agua fresca. In the US, people really do a lot of strawberry lemonade. I, however, like this. This is going to be 2 to 3 main ingredients, not including the water. Strawberries, of course, are going to be the main ingredient. I'm going to show you how to pull the juice out of the strawberries to get it into the flavor of the water. I use cucumber because cucumbers are high in potassium. So I'm gonna use cucumbers with the strawberries. I'm gonna take the skins off so as not to overpower the flavor of the strawberry. And then to make it spicy, which is a little bit crazy, I'm gonna use ginger. Now we have all of our fruit diced up, ready to go. All of our skins are in here. I've diced up my vegetables. I'm gonna throw these guys in a blender. This is ginger, and I've taken a thumb of ginger and I've just grated it on a microplane grater. And that's gonna be what adds the spice. Now, if you don't like spice, don't add this in. But because we have the strawberries and we have the cucumbers, it's gonna add a nice bite and it's gonna add this beautiful, almost citrus flavor if you've ever had fresh ginger root. The stuff is very powerful, so it is gonna be quite hot. So now that I've diced this up, I'm gonna throw it in a blender. I'm gonna just coarse chunk it, and then I wanna put some sort of sugar or something in there. You can use actual sugar. Stevia doesn't really work. You need to pull the juice out of the fruit. As you can see, it's not juicing a whole lot on the countertop. Honey works great, maple syrup, real sugar if you have it. Brown sugar is better, it's got more minerals in it. You can even use a little bit of molasses. I'm not touching the molasses today because I want this to be a clean, very light and bright drink. The thing I did do, which I want to show you, is I set aside some of the pretty slices. I got some pretty cucumber slices, and I have the nice strawberry slices. I chose some that were just beautiful, well-rounded, all that fun stuff. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw these guys in here on top of the ice. And the reason I'm putting them on top of the ice is because I don't want them damaged. I want them to be kind of that eye-catching, pretty thing that elevates this. So, if you're Mother's Day is coming up, if you're preparing for Mother's Day, if it's a date, this is gonna be a showstopper that makes it look like you're a little bit more than an amateur in the kitchen. So, the next step after we do that is we're gonna put it in the towel and use a tea towel. It's very important you don't use a traditional towel. Let me show you. Traditional towel has all these grooves and all this yarn. You're gonna end up with fabric in your beverage, and nobody wants that. The tea towel is that woven, think of like more of a linen. If you don't want to do that, that's perfectly fine. You can use cheesecloth. Not every grocery store has it. Sometimes you need to go to larger grocery stores, Walmart, Target, etc. to find it. But what you do is you're gonna lay it over the bowl. You're gonna coarsely chop this, add the sugar in to get it to juice, and then you're gonna pour the water over top, the clean water, and then you're gonna, just like you're dunking tea, you're gonna get that wet, again, put it in the water, and wring it out. Now that's where all the color is gonna go onto your tea towel, which is fine. That's the reason I pulled the skins off the cucumber, because I want this beautiful red color. I don't want green bleeding into everything. This blender blended the fruit a little bit more than I wanted. I kind of wanted to chunk it. What might be better in the future is using the food processor. But for that little amount of food, I didn't really want to just use the food processor. So the honey that's in here, you guys remember learning about osmosis in school, the honey in here creates a denser, there's less water in the honey than there is in the fruit. The fruit being a living organism, 70% water. So that honey is gonna pull that moisture out of the fruit, and that's why you put the honey in here ahead of time. You're gonna wanna let it juice a little bit. It doesn't take very long, just a few moments. And then I'm also adding the ginger in. That is a lot of ginger. This is gonna be a spicy batch, but that's perfectly fine. So I got the ginger added in. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pour the water over top of this, but I'm gonna keep these sides pulled in because I don't want everything spilling out into the liquid. I wanna make sure I have a nice, clean liquid. And I know you're thinking, oh, we're just diluting down strawberry juice. Kind of what we're doing. It's very, very strong flavor, which is not a problem. So you can see that liquid coming out. I grabbed all the towel, as you saw, and I'm gonna twist to pull all that juice out of here. we have our beverage. There's going to be one step which you may want to use, and that's get a sieve, colander, and run it through that. And that's going to prevent any additional seeds from going into your beverage. I'm using a smaller colander because the mouth of this jar is narrow. This is a very, now see how we pulled the skin off the cucumber and we're getting a pink color? There, look at that, all the way to the brim. That's going to be beautiful. Just a few seeds in here, easy to rinse out. You've got your Agua Fresca. You've got all your beautiful colors. Great for Mother's Day. Any pink is going to be great for Mother's Day. And I'm looking for a flat plate to set this on. It'll just condense on the counter for the rest of the day. But that's Agua Fresca. It's going to be spicy. Actually, let me get a taste of it. These are discontinued glasses. It's the last one I have of this. Okay. It's not too bad at all. It could use a little bit more honey, so I'm gonna put some honey in there and stir it up. But other than that, it's really good. It's very light, very refreshing. You got the cucumber taste, but you also have the strawberry taste. This is, in my opinion, so much more refreshing on a summer day than traditional lemonade. And it's easy to make. I just use strawberries that I've had in there for a week, and I'm gonna get my potassium, electrolytes, vitamin C from the strawberries. It's a great drink. Cheers. Good afternoon. I'm Daniel. This is Feed the Love. Please like, subscribe, share with your friends. If food is your love language, then please pass it on. Let somebody else know we're here. Please send me your recipes.